Hello, 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 it is I, Lamore, and I am back with you. Another Pioneers of Pagonia video, and this time we've landed on an island which we are assuredly told there are thieves on. So we're starting out today with a military garrison, which I think is better because you get more guards, you can expand more quickly. And I'm putting a road round. I'm very uncertain about how to do roads still, looking forward to doing some experiments. But for now, we'll just take this round by the beach. And as those guys set off, I need to clear some land, and so that my woodcutter will go in first, follow that up with a carpenter, and immediately a wood workshop, because we're going to need soldiers and we're going to need cogs. Find we always run out of cogs. Make a little bit of a network of roads here, and there we go. So I've decided always to use military garrisons now. I'm not going to mess around with guardhouses. Going to push out, get that copper, get that stone. And we're going to need lots more cut stone and border stone, and in fact limestone, so let's move that. Before we go any further, I want to decide where I'm going to have my food production, so I'm going to put my market fountain right here, prepare for that, and because we need our miners to have lots of food. So we found silver already, and because there are thieves, I do want to make sure we have lots of money for wealth and iron. So put in a silver smith, a coal miner, and the smelter right here, and immediately going to put in some room for silver bars, because I want to make as much money as possible, because wealth makes your soldiers stronger. And we're going to need lots of soldiers if there are thieves, so I'm going to get my mining started over here. And of course a smelter. I find a smelter for every 2 mines works. I'm going to put farms in over here because I need to feed my miners. Crop farm and a vegetable farm, and my fields in here. One of the things I like about this is you can really just decide to be a little bit, you can go off the grid with these fields. Now I like to put things in neighborhoods, so I'm going to put a weaving place here and a tailor as well, so that we can start to get armor for rangers and whatnot. And here, this is a thief. This is the first thief I'm seeing, and he's thieving some border stones. And actually, I just feel outraged. The other soldiers don't seem like they're going to attack him. I've worked hard for those, and I actually feel outraged. And he's just going to walk off into the midst with my stuff that I've worked hard for. If this game does something well, it's actually getting me invested in this. So I'm going to invest in more food so that we can mine more iron and therefore get more weapons. So we'll get bread. Bread's my favourite. So a windmill and a farm, and then we'll sell it at the tavern here and get some population increases going. And we've spotted their camp, or bandit camps. And actually, there's a fight going on, and there's an elite bandit. He's killing my guys. He's elite, so he's killing my guys. This is probability based, so he could decimate us actually. And he's killed at least 3, maybe 4 of our guys. But that guard got him, so that's probably good, but he definitely took out more of ours. So we're going to have to recruit. So we'll get the military academy, place it here, and start recruiting guards and soldiers. We're already making wooden spears for soldiers, so that should be fine. Found some fertile ground, so going to create some wheat fields to go into our windmill and our baker that we placed earlier, and a crop farm here. Fertile ground, quite rare in this level, so I had to figure that out. And next we've got an armor smith. We'll put a weaponsmith here to do swords and shields and things, so that we can recruit. Put in another garrison to patrol near their camp, so we're taking the fight to the enemy. And I've given up basically on guard towers. I don't think they're worth it. I think military garrisons are much more efficient. And now we've got a trading post and a trader's camp, so that we can start to ally with this other village, which is actually how we win the level. Alright, so our patrolling guards are now, in fact that was it, that was the last bandit for that camp. So we've destroyed our first bandit camp, but probably not our last, because actually in the mist there we see more bandits. I imagine their camp is out there. So I am going to create more garrisons and start expanding in the other direction as well. Over here we're getting population going now. We've got a treasury, and I'm going to set this to only accept silver coins, because wealth helps. It gives you, it strengthens your soldiers, so I want to be wealthy. And now we've got 3 thieves. You see them there in a row, just walking off with my stuff, and the guards are completely ignoring them, which is confusing. I guess because they're disguised, the guards just ignore them. So when can we stop? How can we stop them? Is there some, like a border guard that we can get or something? Or do we have to just go and find their camp and destroy it? This is quite confusing. First time, obviously, playing this level. These are our allies. They've got loads of soldiers, so I'd quite like to merge with them and take advantage of all their stuff. We've found their trading hall now, so we can trade, but they want tools, so we've got our toolsmith, and he's going to need to be trading up, and we've also found more bandit camps. So, and thieves are coming in, not from the bandit camps. The thieves are coming in. There's more of them. They're multiplying, which is worrying. It was one, then there was 3, now it's 6. So we do need to find their camp and destroy it as soon as possible. All right, so interesting here. We're making copper coins to trade with our allies now, and we've found a number of bandit camps, so we're expanding out, and there's also a trading post, so we're going to push out to the east, to the west there. This is also a statue that we found, and if we build that up, then we get more credit with our allies. So that's what the trading post is for, and that statue, if we can build those up, then we get more ally points, and then we can merge with the other faction. But if you look there, all of our look at the crowd of thieves coming now, and you can see we're now fighting. We've taken the fight to them, and I've actually got a veteran soldier now who's running around. He's taking out a lot of their guys, and because he's a veteran, the probability of him winning is much better. So he's actually just decimating these thieves as they come in, and it can't be fast enough in my opinion. So well worth getting these veteran soldiers who can take out a lot of thieves at once. And now he's running away, which is probably wise. I have wondered what you can do with the goods that are just left on the side of the road. It turns out if you put a road to it, your carriers will come and get it eventually. And I've won. I've become friends with the other faction, but I haven't taken over the whole island yet, so I am going to keep going. We've managed to now trade with this trading post, and if we give them 8 hammers, then we'll have enough points to merge with the other faction, and then we get their soldiers, which will definitely help us as we seek to destroy the other bandit camps on this island. The problem is that the hammers are all taken up in the guild hall, so I'm having to push them to storage instead to make sure I can trade them. And all of these, you can see what's left from this thief camp, and my guys are coming in and stealing it back now, which is quite hilarious. But yeah, this is a big one that we need to destroy, because they have been just totally taking whatever they want. So yeah, we've now merged with the faction. We built that statue, we've managed to trade with the trading post everything that they wanted, so now we can merge. There we are with that faction, and all the yellow flags go up because they're not connected to our road network now, but we can do that, and we can take advantage of all their resources and all their people, and they've got loads of armor and things, so that'll really help as we want to man more garrisons. And this is actually the last bandit camp now, and the last thief who we're taking care of. We now have destroyed. We've got no more enemies on this island, so the only thing left to do now is to build some nice communities, get our population up, and here we're going to put in another, we've got a residential district, we'll put in another tavern, and we'll just make this look nice. And I do wish that Settlers had some sort of happiness or some sort of game after the game where you could try to build up the satisfaction of your settlers, of your pioneers, sorry. You know, the more beautiful the surroundings, the happier they were, perhaps. So I'm just doing it, even though there isn't that. I want to make them feel happy. So a quick time lapse of this being built up, and then you can see the special thing that I've created. So here are the two special tables for the pals of Pagonia to sit down and enjoy their meal together. And yeah, here we come, all the guys, and they're just sitting out, looking out over the ocean, enjoying their meal. So that's the end of it. We've overtaken everything, we've destroyed our enemies, we've taken over the island. Nothing left to do but bask in the glory of Pioneers of Pagonia. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next episode.